Welcome to Mindgame. We are going to play our first game of D&D, and we're going to be playing the Lost Mine of Phandelver as the campaign. It's the beginner campaign, and you get it via the starter set. We are all newbies here.
Yes,
I'm a newbie
forgive
DM.
us.
These guys have never played, except Sana.
I played once.
Yeah. The world of the Forgotten Realms. That's where the story in this adventure takes place. In the realms, knights dare the crypts of the fallen dwarf kings of Stelzun. Seeking glory and treasure, rogues prowl the dark alleyways of teeming cities such as Neverwinter and Baldur's Gate. Clerics in the service of gods wield mace and spell, questing against the terrifying powers that threaten the land. On the roads and rivers of the realms travel minstrels and peddlers, merchants and guards, soldiers, sailors, and steel-hearted adventurers, carrying tales of strange, glorious, faraway places. Good maps and clear trails can take even an inexperienced youth with dreams of glory far across the world. Thousands of restless would-be heroes from backcountry farmsteads and sleepy villages arrive in Neverwinter and other great cities every year in search of wealth and renown. Known roads may be well-traveled, but they aren't necessarily safe. Fell magic, deadly monsters, and cruel local rulers are all perils that you will face when you travel in the Forgotten Realms. Even farms and freeholds within a day's walk from the city can fall prey to monsters. And no place is safe from the sudden wrath of a dragon.
Oh my gosh.
There we go, there we go.
Here's our starting point. In the city of Neverwinter, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker asks you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough-and-tumble settlement of Phandelver, a couple of days' travel southeast from the city. Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers had found something big, and that he'd pay for you 10 gold pieces for escorting his supply safely to Barton's Provisions, a trading post in Phandelver. He then set out ahead of you on horse, along with a warrior escort named Sildar Hallwinter, claiming he needed to arrive early to take care of business. You've spent the last few days along the high road south from Neverwinter, and you've recently veered east along the Tribor Trail. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along the trail. So, you are now on the wagon. Alright, who wants to be driving the wagon?
I'll be driving.
You're the driver?
I could drive the wagon.
I should have driven.
Yeah.
We have like a marching order. Does someone want to be like, you're protecting the wagon, so you need to figure out where you are around the wagon. So,
do we have a wagon somewhere?
The wagon is right here.
Okay.
And so, give me your piece.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving the wagon. The horse is pulling along.
So that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, figure out where you want to be with the wagon.
So I'm
Did you
driving.
say what we had in the wagon?
They're just like goods to be brought along to Barton's Provisions,
Okay.
which is a trading post in Phandelver.
I'll be driving then. So
You're driving.
I'm at the front.
So you can be anywhere. You could be like behind and front, to the side.
I'd say we need one
behind.
one in behind. We need at least.
I think maybe Cyrillin should be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so too.
So Cyrillin is behind.
Okay.
What I think.
And Sanne?
And we're going east. Should we have? Does that matter? Should we have one on which side we should have one on, or do you just want to be wherever?
I'm just gonna run back and forth.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure. Cool. That sounds.
I'm keeping a lookout to this direction here.
Alright, great. So you've been a couple days down the road. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Alright. So, yeah, me and Cyrillin actually met, or no, You are Oriana.
Oriana.
We actually met because my foster parents, are friends with Gundren.
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 Gundren. Okay.
Gundren. And I am a halfling.
What is your name?
Baba.
Baba. B-A.
B-U-B-B-A.
Baba. Baba. Cool. You're a halfling.
I'm a halfling.
Cool.
I am 25 years old.
Mhm.
I am 106 centimeters tall. I have bright yellow eyes. I'm tan skinned and long, big orange hair. I have a pointy nose and a big mouth with a big smile, which make me look quite childish. I'm dressed in a basic dark green clothes. I don't have any shoes. Instead, I have like bandage around my ankles. And I have a belt where I have a water skin with water. And a brown backpack with a bedroll on. And a sword on the back. That's how I look, kind of.
Very detailed, very nice,
Yeah.
very nice. Okay.
So, my name is Oriana, as I said. I am a tiefling. I don't know how to say that. Tiefling. I'm a tiefling.
Tiefling, okay.
And I have pale brown skin, black eyes, long dark red hair, and horse that points backwards.
Oh, what that points backwards?
Horse.
Ooh.
I have a black leather bodysuit and a tail. I have 2 swords in my belt and a long bow.
Nice.
Around my chest. I am 55 years old, 180 tall, and yeah.
And she tried to rob me
Oh.
on my way here.
Oh.
So instead of being angry, I just said, I think you should follow me on my quest.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again? Do you have time?
And she liked that I trusted her so quick, so she was like, "Alright, I have nothing else to do."
I don't have anything else to do. I'm just seeing.
Coming.
Very cool, very cool. You look badass.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Woolcrap. I'm a dragonborn. I'm 25 years old.
Ooh,
I'm
same.
6.5 feet tall, so that's like 185 centimeters or something, maybe 190, I'm not sure. I weigh 300 pounds. I'm golden scaled, with long, big muscles. I have a burnt left ear. I have a tattoo on my left arm. The clothes I'm wearing are, I guess, just, I'm not sure what clothes I should be wearing. Maybe just like rough leather or something.
Yeah, you're wearing like leather armor.
Yeah, leather armor. And I have a pouch. I have a javelin. I have a long sword on me. So maybe javelin on my back, long sword at my side or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And black eyes, and that's me. I'm sitting at the front of the carriage.
But how did you get here?
Oh, how I got here? I was lost in the Neverwinter Woods.
Yes. So Woolcraft
Yeah.
had been lost in the Neverwinter Woods, and he had been rescued by the priests and mercenaries from the Church of Helm, which is like a god. Helm is like this god of protection and protecting the realm and all that. And they took him in and trained him. So
And how did I meet Gundren?
You were friends. You got along pretty well.
Yeah, okay.
And you had met by chance in Neverwinter.
Mm-hmm.
And you got along.
Mm-hmm.
You had a few things in common, such as your pride for your group.
Yeah, we respected each other.
Yeah, alright. So, this rag and tag team is riding on a carriage, and you've been traveling for about half a day now down this path as you traveled south from Neverwinter, and you are now heading east along the Tribord Trail towards Phandelver. Neverwinter's there, Phandelver's here. You're like here now.
Okay. Getting close.
And you travel along a path. It's like it's a clear ground path, and there are forests on each side. You can see very artistically the forests right there.
Okay.
Yes.
And you met Gundren and Sildar this morning, and they went ahead of you. So you know that Gundren is noticeably excited. He's an adventurer. And you've been acquaintances with Gundren. And now you're traveling along the trail. So, as you come to a bend, you spot 2 dead horses sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path. Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods are pretty close to the trail here, with a steep embankment and deep thickets on either side.
Did you say they were blocking the trail, or were they just on the side of the trail?
They were blocking the trail.
Blocking the trail.
Stop the carriage!
You want to stop the carriage?
Stop the carriage!
Stop the carriage.
Yeah. I stopped the carriage. How many horses are there? 1, 2?
2.
Oh, on our carriage, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How many?
1 horse.
One horse. Yeah, I just...
Strong horse.
Calm, relax.
I jump out of the carriage and I run up to the horses.
Be careful. Is all I just shout.
Are you shouting that to me?
Yeah, I'm shouting it to you.
Be careful!
Yeah, be careful.
Okay, so I stop and look back at you.
No?
What should I do?
Just be careful.
Okay.
Be careful.
So I carefully make my way to the horses.
You carefully, so now you're kind of like on guard, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, I'm gonna roll a wisdom check for you. Alright. So, you warily make your way towards the horses. Do you want to accompany her, or...?
I want to.
Alright.
I want to.
Okay.
I am, stride, I pick up my pace and I try and dash up and follow her. So she doesn't go alone up to the horses.
So you both reach the dead horses, and you have approached the dead horses. Now, would you like to inspect the dead horses?
Yes.
Alright. So, roll a perception check. You and you.
And I get a 13 and I have a plus 1 perception. So that's a 14, right?
No, I don't have that. And I roll 15.
Alright,
I
nice.
rolled 14, yeah.
You notice that you look through the horses, and there are saddlebags on the saddle of the dead horses, and it's been looted. And nearby lies a leather map case in the saddle of the horses, or like it's been like taken out and left there. So yeah.
So, is it empty?
It's all emptied.
Okay.
The horses are bloodied, and there's no sign of life.
I had a spell called Divine Sense.
Divine Sense.
Where I could check for evil or something.
Yeah.
Could I check the thickets around us or something? For anything?
Sure, you could try. So
Yeah. Like, the thickets, that's like... There were thickets close to the horses.
Okay, so... Your Woolcraft uses his divine sense. And he senses nothing. Alright, everyone.
But
Roll for wisdom.
I got a 20!
I got 19.
I got 14, but I have +2, so 16, right?
Okay. Cue the battle music.
I knew there was something!
Alright, so...
Trap!
It's a trap!
All of you can sense immediately that from the thickets they're rustling.
I feel that.
And from out of the trees, goblins, 2 of them, come running towards you. However,
Oh, no.
you have the advantage because you sense them coming immediately. And because of your supreme senses, you can tell that there are 2 more to each side in the thickets, half covered.
How close are the 2 goblins that coming towards us, closest ones?
They're about, so let's see, they're about, they're like 10, 12 feet from you right now.
I pull out my javelin and throw it towards the closest goblin.
Right, okay. You throw your javelin towards the closest goblin, so you miss against the goblin.
Darn it!
The goblin dodges, leaps out of the way. Alright. You can take an action against a goblin.
I can?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have, I don't know, 50, no. I have 10 darts. Okay. So, but it's close to me, right? The goblin.
It's getting close.
Yeah, like 15 feet.
Okay. So, I take out my short sword.
She calmly takes out her short sword. Do you approach this goblin and hit it
Yes,
with the short sword?
Exactly.
Alright, so Sana runs towards the goblin and let's see. You manage to hit.
Nice. Good job, Hubba.
Hubba, 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 hubba. You strike the goblin with much might, right across the chest, and it starts bleeding out. The goblin is now, very weak. So,
But not dead.
you also have a reaction. Miss.
But I'm so far away. Can I use my longbow?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
Oriana!
yeah. Shoot
Let's
them.
do it!
So, I shoot against one of the goblins.
Yeah,
That's
so
not bleeding out.
you can pick either the ones on the
Finish
roads
mine off.
or the one on the
But it's not
sides.
die anyway.
It's not dead yet.
It's not dead
And
yet.
it's close to me, so it might
Okay,
hit me
I'll
next.
go for that son of a bitch.
Because
All
you
right.
like me. You want to save me.
So-
Exactly. You trust me. Baba.
And that's 19. So,
Nice.
Oriana draws her longbow majestically, and she fires, and absolutely explodes the goblins. The blood splatters onto. The one goblin is now dead. Goblin 2. Now, he prepares a strike against. He runs towards Woolcraft and prepares a strike against Woolcraft. Let's see. And he hits Woolcraft, but then it bounces off his hard ass skin.
It's over 9,000!
Nice. Nice.
As the scimitar bounces back, the goblin decides to flee.
Run.
Run!
towards the thicket, towards his goblin companion. So, Goblin 4 sees that one of his goblins have been completely destroyed by an archer. So he focuses his arrow at Oriana. So let's see. And hits.
No!
So he rolled a 15. And let's see. Okay, how much does he hit for? 6.
I can heal you. I can heal you for 5 later.
Oriana takes a bow right to her shoulder.
No!
And she's noticeably weakened from that. You take 6 HP, so now you're at... Now you're at 3 HP.
So you should just write your new there.
So, and it was 3?
Yeah, 3.
Oh shit, you're almost dead.
Calm as a bitch.
It is now Bubba's turn.
Yes.
Bubba, what do you decide to do?
What are those two doing? Are they just staying
Running
hidden?
away.
Yeah, he's running away. He's preparing to fire.
Okay. But I'm gonna go for that bastard who hit my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, alright. So, you run towards the bastard that hits
Yes.
your friend
Yes.
through the thickets. And now you have his attention. So, what do you decide to do?
So, I take my short sword again
Your short sword. Yeah?
and try to hit it.
Alright. You attempt to hit the goblin. And you swing the short sword, however, the goblin dodges out of the way. The
God,
goblin,
fucked.
however, now has your attention.
Oh, crap.
So he's focusing on you.
I'm dead.
Alright, so.
I'm close. I'll come.
Okay, and now it
I got you.
is your turn.
Wolfrat's turn.
Wolfrat?
I charge versus the goblin next to Bubba with my longsword and try to attack the goblin.
Okay, what does the longsword do again?
1d8 plus 3.
Okay, 1d8 plus 3.
I don't know if I'm close enough to...
Yeah, can you move that far?
Let's see. No, you can't. So...
am I close enough to hit that one?
Yeah, you are.
Ooh, okay. I try and attack that one with my longsword.
Okay. So... Now, Woolcraft, with his longsword,
Let's go. I'm big. I'm strong.
he unsheaths it and charges towards this here goblin and hits. Critical hit.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so 1d8. Woolcraft charges at the goblin and swings his with perfect form his greatsword and deals 6 damage to the goblin.
Woo!
As the goblin just narrowly escapes. And the goblin now takes a huge slash across his torso.
Nice.
He's now been bloodied.
Nice.
Goblin 3 notices that now you come closer, Wolfcraft, and you're a direct threat to his life. So now he's gonna aim his sights at you. So he now fires his iron bow at you. He manages to hit you. However, your majestic scale bounces. It hits your shoulder and just off your gains, your dragonborn
Invincible,
gains.
man.
So
I think I'm a special one.
the goblin now, afraid for his life, decides to flee.
I love this. I love this.
Towards the weakened Oriana.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Towards the caravan or carriage, yeah.
should I... Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Should I go and save you, or should I try to take down the
For
Save
your
myself.
sake, maybe you should try to save yourself.
I need to
because
take care of myself first.
you have 3.
Well,
Oriana needs to
save
take care
yourself,
of myself.
Oriana. Of course I will save myself. Fine, stupid.
I'm coming!
Okay, I will use my longbow. And
Alright.
I'm aiming at that son of a bitch over there.
Okay, Oriana aims using her longbow. She's now in a weakened state, however, she's still able to fire her bow. Her adrenaline is now high. And she misses! The goblin was shifty as it shifted between tree and tree.
Evil bastard!
And her aim had missed. Alright, so
Fuck.
now it is Goblin 2's turn. Goblin 2 now is in the middle of a battle with you, Bubba.
Baba.
And Goblin 2 misses as he, with a scimitar, and you with your monk senses.
Why the fuck do they only hit me?
Oh, you're a monk.
Yes.
I love it.
You were just, unlucky. Alright, so now it is Goblin 4's turn. So, Goblin 4 with his scimitar now in combat with Woolcraft.
Yeah.
He now swings his scimitar.
Come at me, you evil bastard.
15. And yes, now he misses. Your turn.
Yes. So, if I have 25, how far can I move?
If you have 25, you can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, crap. I kind of want to save you.
I kind of want you to save me too.
I think you're already saving her, to be honest. You're drawing his attention, so.
That one, but this one then.
Yeah, true, but you can't really do much about it right now.
I'm closer.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a little swing at the dude in front of me.
Alright. So, Bubba takes a swing at the goblin that's been bothering Oriana and hits.
Kill him.
2 plus 3. Alright. So now, the goblin gets a slash across his forehead. Ow, fuck! And is now feeling slightly lightheaded. However, he still has fight in him. Alright. But he's noticeably much weaker. So, now it is your turn.
Mm-hmm. I try and swing at the goblin I previously hit and try and finish him.
Alright, so.
Finish him off.
Alright, so.
Can't escape from justice.
As Woolcraft screams, "You can escape from justice!"
Yes!
He swings his mighty greatsword at this Goblin 2. Alright, so you swing at that Goblin 2, and Goblin 2 ducks. However, you do this, and you hit him right as you split his head in 2.
Ah!
As his corpse lies down on the ground, you have finished the 2 murderous melee goblins.
Bulldozer continues.
Alright, so all that's left is the 2 other goblins. So, now. After witnessing the beheading of his goblin friend, suddenly gains the courage to go and take on Woolcraft.
Bring it.
He fires his bow, and it bounces off his. It bounces off his abs. His mighty dragon goblin's abs. And now, suddenly realizing in cowardice that perhaps Oriana was your target. Alright, so now it's Oriana's turn.
Okay, it's sort of out of the woods now, so I could hit it.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty
So
safe.
I'm using my longbow and one of my 398 arrows. And I shoot at the ugly motherfucker coming out of that place.
Alright, and exactly that happens, and she gloriously hits that goblin. And Oriana, with her pride, musters all of her strength into one shot to save her own life. And she succeeds spectacularly as the goblin running out to the woods attempting to attack her gets impaled and flies. Goes back flying against the tree.
Nice!
The goblin, gasping his last breath, like, I made a mistake. Goblin 3 is now dead.
Nice.
After his brothers have been killed, he now decides to run away.
Okay, bye!
He runs that way. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is now on the path. He's trying to run across.
Where is he running?
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Get him!
Bubba's turn.
Get him!
Okay, so I take one of my darts and I threw it at him.
Alright, so what is your Darth? 1 plus
3.
1d4 plus, ooh, could be dangerous.
I hope
Alright,
so.
18.
Ooh.
So with her calm precision, she fires her dart. She hits the goblin right on the leg as he starts to limp across the trail. And it takes... Alright. He's now noticeably weak. Alright, now it's your turn.
I charge at him with my longsword to finish him! He cannot go unpunished.
You charge at him with the long sword. Perfect. So, now you have a choice, my fellow adventurer. Would you like to knock him out, or would you like to kill him?
We should question him. He might know something.
It's true. It's true. He could be leading us to something, to the ones in, he could be following orders.
Help you again? Yes.
Yes.
So I want to knock him out.
Alright, so, you swing your great sword, your mighty great sword with much sweat beads rolling across your head in glory, and he dodges.
Ah!
He ducks under you. It is now Oriana's turn. Oriana, will you kill this goblin?
We might need him. Don't do it, Ariana.
He can't escape, though. We can't let him escape.
I would sort of enjoy killing you.
As long as he doesn't escape,
Oriana,
I'm happy.
with a slight smirk at the joy of killing the ones who have hurt her.
I take up my longbow.
You charge your longbow.
I charge my longbow.
Alright, you draw your longbow,
Exactly.
and you fire. With the intent to kill, or...
Yes.
No.
Please wound if you can.
We need him.
She now fires her longbow from several feet away
Hope he doesn't die.
with the intent to kill. However, it flies to the side as she notices that her shoulder,
Ah.
when much of the adrenaline has resided,
Ah.
has hindered her ability to shoot. So, now it is the goblin's turn. The goblin
Trouble.
is now screaming for mercy as he runs.
Show no mercy.
He's now in the thicket. Alright, now it is your turn.
But I can see him, right?
Yeah, you can still
Yeah?
see him, but it's gonna be harder to hit.
Bubba, try and stop him.
I can't
In some
do
way.
anything.
In some way.
I'm gonna miss him.
Try and get his legs. Take out his legs. Take out his legs.
Take out his legs!
Okay, I listen to Woolcraft and I throw my dart.
Alright, so you're pretty far away right now.
Yeah.
You're on the other side of the...
Can I run a bit?
Yeah, okay, you can run.
first?
There.
Yep.
Nice.
As you throw the dart, with poor form, it flies up in the air for whatever reason. As your monk goblins could not help you
I told you
in
guys.
this moment.
Damn it!
Alright, so now it is your turn.
Can I reach him if I run up to him?
Yeah, you can reach him.
Okay, I charge up to him one more time. I don't let up, and I chase after him and try and swing at his legs.
Alright, cool. Alright, so, with a mighty roar, Woolcraft, destroyer of evil, swings his sword for one last time at the goblin in the thicket. And the goblin in the thicket easily jumps to the side as Woolcraft misses completely. Because he had an arrow stuck in his armpit.
Ah! Forgot about that one.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah. Darn it.
Yeah, alright, so now it's your turn, Oriana.
Like, can I move closer and shoot at him?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Alright, so you move closer to try and get a good shot at this here goblin foe.
Take him out!
And I am aiming for his other leg.
Alright, Oriana aiming at his
Good,
other leg.
Ariana. Good thinking.
Sharpshooter. As she attempts to shoot through all the thickets, she sees his leg. Clearly. However, the goblin's leg goes immediately out of view, and you end up hitting the tree in front of it.
Fucking tree.
So, Oriana just missed her shot as she aimed at the goblin, and it hit the tree instead of his leg.
Nice try, Oriana.
Woolcraft swung his sword, however, the goblin, even though in his handicapped state, had dodged his swing.
We suck.
Since his arrow was sticking out of his armpit. There's some arrow. A stray arrow. And you could not catch up and throw the dart. Goblin's turn. Goblin attempts to evade. The goblin, still noticing the presence of you, now decides that he will dodge any move you make. So, that is the goblin's turn. The goblin feels he's in mortal danger. So, now it is your turn.
Come on,
Okay,
Bubba.
so how close can I get?
Try and knock him out. Try and knock him out if you can.
Kill him.
I'm
Here we go.
too far away.
Kill him.
So it's a straight fucking line. I can
Yeah.
make that.
Are you sure about that?
Attempt to throw another dart.
So, third time's a charm.
Third time's the charm.
Get him!
It's gonna be extra hard to hit him now.
What?
Kill him.
Why?
14. She threw the dart, this time with much more precision than before. Her focus is not on nothing but the world around her and that goblin. However, the goblin was obstructed by another tree, as the dart hits the tree and not the
Dang
goblin.
it.
Alright.
Fucking goblin.
Now it's your turn.
I breathe fire on him!
Oh!
You can do that?
I breathe fire on him.
Alright.
Burn him. Ow.
Tell me what the fire does again.
Fire does 2d6. 2d6.
Oh my fucking god. Alright, 2d6. Okay.
In a 15-foot cone.
Now, the goblin must make a dexterity saving throw. As Wolcraft, with this flaming rage, prepares to unleash a cone of fire towards the goblin. The singular wounded goblin.
Can't escape justice,
Burn him!
bitch.
Burn him!
However, the dodge is still, he's still willing to, the goblin is still able to dodge this. And make a dexterity saving throw, so let's see. And he misses. As the cone of fire was directly faced towards the goblin, the trees obstructed the fires and flames, and the goblin dodges to the side. And now, the trees
I should have swung my sword!
are charred and burnt and leaves are aflame. So now, this area is charred away. Alright, now it is Oriana's turn.
Come on, you motherfucker. So I'll move as close as I can.
Mm-hmm.
How close is that?
Yeah, you can move...
That's
1, 5... Yeah. You can move there.
Get him, Oriana. Get him.
Okay, so my longbow, I take it up. Wanna kill him, I'm sorry, but I can't let that motherfucker live. Okay, kill him!
With the intent to kill. Oriana fires her bow at the goblin. In sheer desperation and wanting to kill, Oriana fires at the goblin and hits the tree.
No!
However, being so close to the goblin now exhausted and afraid of the arrow that just flew above his head, faints.
Nice.
The intimidating arrow has
not
caused the
dead,
goblin
but
to faint. So,
Perfect.
woo! You have won this battle.
And he's still alive.
The goblins have been taken care of, and he's still alive. Now, what would you decide to do with your carriage, the goblin, and yourselves?
I want to cut off the goblin's dick. I want to
No.
castrate him.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
No! We interrogate him
Alright.
Well, I can still castrate him.
after. He's gonna bleed. So, let's bring him to the carriage. I have rope.
Okay,
So we bind him.
yeah,
We'll
alright.
have him in the carriage.
Good. Let's find
So-
out what they wanted, why
Yeah.
they attacked us.
Now the party has him binded and behind the carriage, restrained.
Yes.
You've been waiting around for a few minutes. Would you like to discuss this goblin amongst yourselves?
Yeah, what should we ask him? Should we ask him why he does he speak common?
Yeah.
Should we ask him why they attacked us?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to intimidate him? Get us some answers?
Yes.
Okay, get us some answers.
Alright. Now he's not awake yet. You do have a choice to heal Oriana if you want.
We should do that.
Please do.
I heal Oriana. She did very well in battle, and she I think she killed 2 goblins with her longbow. So I use my lay on hands, on Oriana.
Alright, now Oriana has recovered all of her HP.
So you can just
So,
press
Oriana is...
I cast my lay on hands spell and heal your wound in your shoulder.
Thank you. I hate you less now. That's a good thing.
I believe you.
The wound is now sewn back closed. Alright, now, the goblin wakes.
Please, don't kill me! I'm a worthless goblin! Please!
Why'd you attack us?
Well,
Alright.
well, you see, we have been given orders to ambush this site. This is our ambush site, see?
Who gave the orders?
Clark! Clark gave the orders!
Clark?
Clark?
Clark!
Clark! Who's Clark? Ask him.
Ask, yeah.
Who's Clark? Who's Clark?
Clark is our leader. Clark is our leader.
Why? Why? Why?
Why did he tell you to attack us? Or ambush us?
The goblin attempts to take the dart out of his leg.
Don't move!
The dart is still embedded in his leg.
Ask him where they are. Where's Clark?
Where's Clark?
Where's their camp?
Where's your camp? Where's Clark?
The cave!
What cave?
The Cragmore Cave!
Cragmore cave?
I was going to run to the cave.
Ask where the cave is.
Where's the cave?
He points in the general direction, which is roughly northwest. Or, yeah, no. Northeast of where you were heading.
Northeast. Ask him how many
How many
in the
are
camp?
there?
About 20 of us.
20. Someone should check his pockets if he has anything on him.
Don't take my gold!
If he has gold, it is ours. It should be ours.
My gold!
Horse! I can castrate you!
No! God, please, no!
Does he have any weapons?
He has he's like tied by a rope,
Oh yeah.
but his hands are still slightly free. However, he has a scimitar and a longbow. A scimitar is like a big, dark, sort of like cleaver-like sword.
Ooh. But I take his longboard.
Yeah, his longbow.
Longbow man, I mean. I can do that, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So, the monk picks up the goblin's longbow as the goblin hisses.
I go and try and go for his pockets. I go for his pockets and try and take his gold.
The goblin, clearly intimidated at the much larger dragonborn, who deflected all his arrows, knew he stood no chance against him. So he just froze. As the mighty dragonborn Bullcraft takes the gold from his pocket.
Can I kill him now?
We can't let him.
Wait, I'll tell you why. Yes, I'll tell you why.
Help you I can. Yes.
Okay, do that.
Yes, and we might let you live.
Why? Why? Is because we were told to get the dwarf. The dwarf! Traveling down the road. Yeah.
Godric.
Who were asking about the horses? Ask him about
The horses. Who killed the horses?
Oh, many.
Many what?
Many of us.
Many of you.
Was the dwarf on one
You
of the horses?
killed the horses?
No.
Do you know whose horses it was?
Was the dwarf on one of the horses?
Yeah.
Where's the dwarf?
Where's the dwarf?
The eating chamber. No, that's the human. The human's in the eating chamber.
And where are the dwarfs?
Where's the dwarf?
I don't know.
And the eating chamber, is it in your camp, in the cave? Is it in the cave?
Castration.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It's in the cave.
Save your tears.
So you don't know where the dwarf is?
He knows where the dwarf is. I'll castrate you.
Castrate him.
I'll castrate you!
I try and persuade him to tell us where the dwarf is.
Alright. Who's first?
Let me try and persuade him first.
Can I castrate him first? Please. Please.
I say
The goblin clearly favors the dragonborn.
I say we try and persuade him.
Yeah, persuade me.
Look at him. I can castrate him, you can persuade him. Come on.
He deserves it. He does.
Come on. I know
But
you want
he's such a low being. We don't need. We should give him a swift death.
No way! He was one of the ones that almost killed me.
I'm sorry. Nothing personal.
Let's just wait.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Give him a chance.
He might take. We might need him if we're going to. If we're going to go to the camp, we might need some info about it.
Fine.
Okay. Go.
So I'll try and persuade the goblin to tell us where the dwarf is.
Rolf, how much charm? What's your charm modifier?
+4.
Yes.
Tell me where the dwarf is.
I'll tell you where the dwarf is. He's with the king.
The king?
Yes.
What king?
Clark sent him to King Kroll.
King Kroll?
He's a king. Yes.
He's your goblin king?
Yeah.
Where is he?
In his castle.
And where is that?
I don't know where it is. I don't know.
Be very, very...
I don't know.
Don't lie to us, you know.
Do you really want Oriana to...
The cave is over there. The cave is over there. I don't know where the castle is.
Should we make him take us to the cave?
But he might.
He might lie. He might lead us into a trap.
But he might yell for help.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Can I, cut out his tongue?
No, God!
No, we need him to talk.
Can I,
Yeah.
Or, I can sew his mouth together and then we can, cut it open when we need him to talk and I can, sew it back close to the cap. Just a little extra pain,
Should we head for the cave?
Should we make him take us there?
But
take
he
us
just
close
needed-
to it? If we make him take us close to it.
But if I cut out his tongue, he can just point us in the right direction.
He has already pointed it to us.
Yeah, but he can point on the way.
I gather my group to we start to whisper so the goblin can't hear us.
So, I can cut out his tongue so he can't speak and then he can just point on the way while we're moving.
That could work.
Yeah, because he don't need his tongue to point. He just needs one of his fingers. I can cut up all the other ones.
I'm all for making him pay. I say we let him take us close to the cave, and when we're when we're a bit far away, we finish them off.
I finish him.
You can finish them off. You can finish them off.
You do that.
You wanna do that? So we don't say that we're gonna.
We tell him that we let him live.
Yeah, when we're there, we'll tell him we'll let you go when we're there.
We don't have to. We can just say, take us there, and then we'll see. I don't want to lie to him. I don't want to lie to him.
If he listens to us, I want to lie to him. I like lying.
It's on you then, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we okay, that's the plan.
Okay. So
as you two were talking amongst each other, the goblin was wriggling towards the cave.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Hey, follow him!
I grab him. I grab him by his neck. I grab him by his neck and I say, "Goblin, take us to the cave."
You grab the goblin by his frail neck and his large head, and he says,
"And don't you dare scream. You take us to the cave."
And maybe we'll let you live. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So we hide the carriage and take the horse.
You venture into the thicket towards through the goblin's trail. You're reaching through the goblin's trail, and it gets harder and thicker. The trees start to obstruct the path, and you've been walking for maybe 10 minutes through this goblin's trail, and you can see from the goblin the direction he's pointing with his nose, his long pointy nose, which way the cave is, as he tries to stay silent.
I asked the goblin, "How close are we?"
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
And what can we expect when we get there? Is it just a cave? Are there any guards outside?
Guards. Guards.
I could run ahead.
Yeah, alright, so there's a marching order here.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
And when you run ahead and check, you suddenly realize that along the trail you encounter this kind of noise. Suddenly, you hear that something is springing from underneath you.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Roll a dexterity.
Oh, gosh.
Dexterity roll.
9.
Do you have
Plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay, great. Okay, so after noticing the springing noise from above her, she quickly leaps away. And then she sees that a snare has been trying to carry her up.
Oh my god!
With her. There are traps. The goblin goes,
I didn't know that was there.
As if.
the rope is dangling there.
Do you know where the snares are? Yeah! Kill him! That's what I say! Do you know where the snares are?
But no.
No, well then he can't help us anymore.
Or cut off his tongue so he can scream, and we let him go first.
Yeah! Can I do that? Yes, I can. Right? Yeah. So, I decide to cut out the goblin's tongue.
Roll medicine. How much intellect do you have? -1.
It's a 20 dice, right?
Yeah.
2.
No!
Okay, Oriana, with her knife, with much pleasure, attempts to cut off the goblin's tongue. However, the job is done so poorly, and it ends up killing the goblin.
No!
Wait a minute!
As she twitches, the knife sinks down into the goblin's.
Oriana, you did that on purpose.
Goblin's heart, and the goblin gasps and dies. As he starts gargling blood.
Just as well. Do we? Is anyone? Is anyone good at checking for traps? Does anyone?
Yeah. Anyone with survival or?
Oh, I don't have.
I have survival +1.
All right.
I start checking for traps.
All right.
Ahead of us.
Woolcraft, with his 4 survival skills, walks ahead of the party, maybe 5-10 feet as the party falls along. And all right, I'm gonna roll a wisdom check for you.
Mm-hmm.
So Woolcraft, looking around, not really seeing much other than trees and leaves on the ground. And as he takes one step forward, he realizes that his foot sinks into a pile of leaves. Alright, you have to roll for dexterity. Woolcraft jumps out of the way as the leaves fall into a very deep pit. Woolcraft narrowly surviving the pit.
That was close. You gotta be careful. On the ground. Are we on a trail?
Yeah, you could see like footprints. So along the trail, they're a little bit hard to make out, but they're fairly fresh because that you've only met Gundren and Sildar like half a day ago. So there's like fresh trails, and there's because it's been ventured across like many times, you can sort of see that there is a trail in them, that the trees are like sort of have grooves showing that people have gone through here.
So we can just follow the footsteps. Then we should avoid all the traps, right?
Maybe. Yeah. What can we see ahead? Is it just the trail just keeps going?
You're about 20 minutes into the trail right now, and it keeps going.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're lighter, right? Do you have do you have much dexterity? Maybe you should go first.
Okay.
So
I start
walk in a line?
walking exactly in the footsteps that we see.
Alright, so the party follows the footsteps. And now it's been about 10 minutes later, and suddenly you see the end of the path, and it opens up into a field. And there's a river between the field, and then you could see that there's like a dark opening, like of rocks, on the other side of this river, and a small sort of like bridge across the river.
Do the footsteps keep going over the bridge?
Yeah, they do. But not over the bridge, but you can see that it leads up to the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's the cave, right?
Yeah, should be.
Yeah.
You want to go over the bridge, or how wide is this river?
Yeah. The river is it's only a stream, like a sort of a small stream, so it's like 4 or 5 meters across. And then there's there's a stream pouring down, and then there's another stream connected from the cave coming through and across you guys.
He said something about guards before.
Yeah. Remember we have a horse with us too.
Yeah. You want to leave the horse
We're
here?
gonna have to, I think.
And then try and swim across, or
We could walk over.
Yeah.
Maybe we should see if there are any guards there.
is the only way across either swimming or the bridge, right?
You notice that the river isn't particularly deep.
Okay.
So we could walk.
Yeah. Maybe leave the horse and try our luck.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the party is here, and they've decided to cross the stream.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Oh, thickets and thickets. Okay.
Yeah. So, would you like to cross into the thickets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because these are thickets all the way here.
Okay.
Right? So we should try to go here.
Yeah.
I'd say, shortest here. Try and get into
yeah,
the
but
thicket.
then we're gonna travel as close to the cave in the thickets.
Yeah. So go into thickets here and then try and come here.
So, let's roll a stealth check, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone?
Yeah.
I don't have stealth.
But you can still do it.
Okay.
You're just gonna suck, kinda.
Rawr.
If I roll a 1, I can use my luck, right?
Yeah.
I do that.
Okay, so then I get...
You can only do that between rests, so you can only do that once right now.
Okay, yeah.
If you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6, but I have 5 plus 5, so 11.
Okay, 11.
So I have 8 and then I have 2.
I'll roll for you.
How much?
Alright, so you two managed to cross with a fair amount of grace across the river.
I should have stayed behind.
And through
Fucking big dragon.
through to the thicket. Now, this man here starts stomping on the river.
Making all kinds of noise.
Loses his footing in like some mossy rocks and slips face first. Into the river.
Bullcrap!
Gets up, grunts a little bit like starts breathing and starts stomping in rage towards the thicket. And now you three have made it to the thicket.
So now we're
There might be guards in the thicket.
So we are carefully making our way.
Maybe I should stay.
You should maybe
I should stay.
Stay behind, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
I have
I'm
a lot
just
of
gonna
stealth.
alert people with my
Yeah.
huge clumsiness.
Alright, so now you guys are obscured.
Okay.
So like you have the thickets as your cover.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a lot harder to spot you guys.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna stay behind. And you two will move forward. Okay. Your speed is gonna be half. So now roll your dexterity roll.
I have plus
20.
20?
So I have 14 plus...
Ooh, perfect stealth. Alright. So, the two managed to... Okay, you should make a stealth roll as well.
Okay. Can you roll for me?
Yeah.
I can...
Alright, so... The two of you proceed with caution. And, Bubba, who has been particularly stealthy, starts feeling confident and moves much further ahead. And immediately... She immediately sees. You roll a perception check.
11. Do I have a plus? Where is that?
Was it perception or?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah. All right. So you see, you peek through the trees and you see this goblin just sitting there, just sort of like minding his own business, scratching his ass. And you can see one is walking around. Alright, but he seems to be on alert. Like, sort of suspicious.